Well, you see, aid is predicated on partnership. You see, aid, the efficacy of aid or the effectiveness of aid will depend on the role of both partners.
Okay.
And the truth be told is that while there are certain responsibilities on the part of the so-called donor, there are also responsibility on the part of the beneficiary. Whether, you see, aid and development work is not instant milk that you just put it in water and mix and then it happens. At times, some of it takes time to unfold. At times, some of the good programs or the good things that we experience now are things that people had put building blocks to years ago and which went unrecognized when those efforts were being made. But now we see the effect. And I think it's the same way. Of course, at times, it's not all the time that aid in the type of way it is delivered, it's not all the time that it works. At times, it doesn't work for several reasons. Maybe because of the mechanism which the aid was packaged, maybe because of the preliminary research that was done. It could be because of the counterpart responsibility of whichever government is supposed to play, because if I'm a partner with you, I shake your hand, there are responsibilities I should give, you should reciprocate with certain things, including counterpart funding, providing an enabling environment. There are all sorts of things that may mitigate against aid. But you see, suffice it for us to appreciate that a partnership that is predicated on a given target that is not only noble but in the interest of all those concerned. I do not believe that it is in the British interest that Nigeria should continue to stay poor. Having said, every country that provides technical assistance also,
must get something back.
Yes, naturally. I mean, Britain wants to quadruple the trade with Nigeria. You cannot quadruple the trade with a country that is not doing well. You cannot quadruple the trade with a country that is poor. So basically, there is also a responsibility on our own part, because, as has been said before, love your neighbor as yourself. And the way we demonstrate, Nigerians or anybody who is receiving aid or receiving some kind of development support should demonstrate love for its own. So primarily, there's an urge for Nigerians, Nigerian government, Nigerian civil society to fabricate an understanding whereby they would love Nigeria, and abhor poverty more than any outsider. So, and nobody can love you better than you love yourself.
Okay, well, maybe I should just nail it to what you have said. You said somewhere in some of your presentations that growth is quantitative while development is qualitative. So why is DFID not helping Nigerians, just like you have mentioned now, either in government, in legislative houses, owners of businesses, or even the citizenry, to, like you said again, to start thinking of the unthinkables, so that we don't begin to quarrel about budgets or no budget approval, or and really get to the task of, like you said, lifting Nigeria out of the poverty trap. Why is DFID not doing that directly?
Okay. Now, it is not the responsibility of any development partner to replace the government in power. The government has a clear role and a clear responsibility to take care of its own people. And those responsibilities, no government worth its salt would shirk that and give that to a development partner to do. What the development partner does is to support whatever the government programs are. And for a country like Nigeria, the mandate is actually to support Nigeria to utilize its own resources more effectively and more efficiently. Right? At best, we share international best practices. We get technical assistance across. We provide platforms whereby instead of Nigeria reinventing certain wheels, they can easily piggyback on development effort that has
just
been
copy and paste.
Right. And significantly, there are certain things that we do that are quite direct, especially in the area of human development. The DFID Human Development budget program in Nigeria is huge. But you see, I mean, if the truth must be told, Nigeria has resources. Primary out of those resources is the human resource. The human resources Nigeria is more significant than the gold, than the oil, than any other thing we have. It is the human beings. And the primary responsibility of any Nigerian government is to manage those human beings. Unfortunately, we have not been able to do that right.
Now, as the coordinator of the DFID program in Southwest Nigeria, is there a roadmap of the support that you have for that, as it were, enclave, if I may use that, expression?
Yes.
And what are the specific policy initiatives? Do you have a timeline for deliverables and all that, so that we can begin to now say, when you started, what you have done, what is next, and how far the DFID should be going?
Okay, first of all, I said that we support the government to drive its own development agenda.
Okay.
Because any development agenda that would make any sense has to be, indigenous.
Okay.
So we look at for the Southwest, for example, we look at the state governments. Look at state government programs. We've been working in Lagos State for quite a while. On the federal level too, we look at the federal programs. At a particular point in time, it was needs. There was the federal program.
Yeah.
We have all sorts of other federal initiatives which we see how we can support. But having said that, we have global development challenges that are universal, irrespective of which country, and one of which is the MDGs, which is targeted for 2015. And so we have a benchmark for 2015 to achieve or to help Nigeria achieve certain things. Within the context of all that, DFID designs programs, either in the area of governance or in the area of human development or in the area of economic growth. And those programs are designed to cover a period of time, maybe 4-year program, 5-year program. It's not as if all of them are designed at the same day.
Complementary to the
complementary to the MDGs, complementary to whatever Nigeria is doing, either at the state level or at the federal level. And each of these programs have timelines, they have work plans, they have a bundle of activities, they have outputs, they have means in which we monitor them from time to time to see that they are actually delivering in terms of results. And this is how we, technically, operationally, this is how it's done. So, take for example, we have, I'll just give you an example. We have a program on health. It's a partnership on transforming health systems. And that program
where is this?
We operate it at the state level and also at the federal level. So it's operating in Lagos.
And
what we intend, the program was developed, I think, sometime back in 2008, 2009, and it's a 5-year program to be run at the state and at the federal level. And what it does, it transforms the health delivery system in such a way to deliver better. It's not a program that will deliver hospitals. Maybe as an ancillary, we might provide better access to drugs and probably improve the cold chain of certain vaccinations or whatever. However, what it does is look at the health management systems. So when you start seeing things like health insurance, when you start seeing things like health commodities management, improvement in health commodities management, things that robustly on an institutional level, right, will deliver those health services. That's the kind of thing the program, and the program managers are mandated to ensure that within certain benchmarks, certain things are delivered. Take, for example, Lagos State has a robust health insurance scheme now. It has a fantastic health management coordination mechanism. And everything, as I said, will always depend on the partner too.